And for the sake of time and out of respect for everyone's time, we are going to go ahead and get started. If you would, please be sure to mute your mic. As we move through, you can either drop your questions in the chat or you can unmute yourself and we'll try to address the questions as we go. I am going to, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, thank you. And we're going to go ahead and get things started. Again, this is Pennie's inaugural Broker Lunch and Learn Center or session. These 30-minute sessions are really meant to cover very specific topics. All of these sessions will be recorded. They will be shared by way of Pennie's YouTube page and our broker resources. So again, don't think that, if for some reason you or some of your colleagues couldn't make it, that the resource won't be there for you. Our whole goal with this is to try and make sure that any broker who attends or any member of an agency who attends has information about, again, a technical subject, a policy related subject, and the subjects will always change. We'll get back into that here in a second. But again, just to provide you with an agenda of what we're going to be covering. We are going to be covering data matching issues and inconsistencies. First, we're going to take a look at the policy. If you would, please make sure that you do mute yourself. We are also going to be looking at the process of how you can help customers with those data matching issues. And then we'll have questions towards the end. Again, I mentioned that this is Pennie's inaugural Broker Lunch and Learn. And the purpose behind this is that every third Thursday of the month from 12:30 to 1 p.m., we're going to get together and we're going to provide hopefully a video resource for new brokers to Pennie, and for those who might need a refresher course. We're going to provide coverage of technical topics, everything from the Pennie application to the broker platform, account management platforms, dental plans, calculating income, what it means to be lawfully present. There's going to be a whole host of things that we're going to roll out. For this initial Lunch and Learn, we thought that data matching issues and inconsistencies might be a good starting point for us. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. And when it comes to how Pennie verifies applicant information, Pennie uses the Federal Data Hub and other trusted electronic sources to verify an applicant's self-attestations of eligibility for coverage, as well as eligibility for financial assistance. Often data from the hub is incomplete or outdated. DMI FAQs are available through the Pennie website. If you go to pennie.com, straight from pennie.com, you can click Learn and then FAQs. That'll direct you to the information about data matching issues, and there are copious volumes of information out there that'll help answer a lot of questions in terms of assisting customers. As with any estimates or self-attestations, sorry about that, discrepancies, they're going to occur and require verification. That's the whole purpose of this learning module, is to make sure that our broker community is informed about what they can do to help their customers get from a point of confusion to a good place. Okay. If the data returned is not reasonably compatible with the data from Pennie's verification data source, further documentation will be required from the applicant to verify the applicant information. This information can relate to citizenship, immigration status, enrollment in other forms of minimum essential coverage, income, and other factors. If you would kindly mute your mic, please. With regard to data matching issues and inconsistencies, when Pennie cannot verify attested information, a data matching inconsistency, a DMI, is opened, and the customer receives conditional eligibility to enroll in coverage. Common DMIs are verifying citizenship for those who've gone through the naturalization process. Often, SSA and SAV do not have citizenship information for citizens born outside of the United States. Another example is verifying that an individual is lawfully present. SAV data often is out of date. Um, Common DMIs are due to change in job hours or a change in household composition. IRS data can be up to 2 years old within these formats. So, um, why did your customer receive this DMI? The data might not be available through the federal data hub to verify attestations from some applicants. For example, applicants who haven't filed taxes in the past couple years, individuals who became U.S. citizens after completing the naturalization process. Recent graduates new to the workforce might not have this information, or information in the hub may not be reasonably compatible with an applicant's attestations in situations, for example, like changing their employment or changes in household composition. That often leads to a trigger. So when you go into your broker portal, what you may often see is, especially when the customer has data matching inconsistency, what you will see is you'll see a notification right in that customer dashboard. Okay. And again, to access this as the broker, you go to your active individuals. In this case, it's for Robert Banker. You would click on Robert Banker's information. A notification will come up that'll say, you're about to go into this customer's account in the individual view. As a broker, you can go ahead and travel on through to this customer's application. And again, if there's a data matching inconsistency, you're going to see that right on the customer dashboard. If you would please mute your line, please. You'll see this, and again, in this case, it points out that the eligibility is conditional. And you can click here to see more details in terms of how to upload required documents. Well, that's also something that we have access to, where you can see, in this case, the residency, is verified. Income is something that's not verified. So we may need to help this individual verify their income. And it says quite clearly when you click on the red exclamation point, it says we could not verify Robert Banker's income entered on the application. They entered 25,000. If this is incorrect, correct it and submit your application. If this is correct, upload supporting verification documents here. What happens is you have the ability as the broker to go in, you can select a document type that's either scanned or emailed to you in PDF form. You can upload that supporting documentation here, just identifying what it is and also choosing the document upload from your desktop or whatever device you're working on. But as you can see, there can be several different DMIs for customers, ranging from minimum essential coverage to incarcerated status to citizenship, death, social security number, income. There are quite a few, and that's really what this platform allows you to do. It allows you to help the customer not only provide the documentation that's required to move this data matching inconsistency along, but to help get them to a point where they can access their their insurance. So when it comes to notifications, data matching inconsistencies, anytime a customer receives something like this, there are notifications that are sent. through their inbox, their customer inbox in Pennie. So please understand that you'll be able to see, again, if there's, if there's any need for customer intervention, you'll be able to view this as the customer would through their portal. So, and you can usually find this up in the upper right-hand corner where you see the secure notification box, the inbox. Now, in terms of helping customers with DMIs, we've got examples of documents customers can submit to resolve DMIs. An important thing to note here is, and again, I mentioned this before, our policy office here at Pennie has done, and our Marcom office has done an exceptionally good job at putting together resources related to documents, related to resources that can help not only customers, but can help our brokers help customers get to a better place. And in some cases, with regard to something like a change of address within PA, you can use a copy of a lease and record the most recent rent payments, a mortgage or a deed showing a primary residence for individuals who are an immigrant non-citizen or a non-immigrant visa holder. Of course, we can, utilize something like a green card or a temporary green card, I-766 employment authorization card. You can also use other types of visas, whether that would be a student visa or H-2A visa. Those are things that are enumerated on the FAQs at pennie.com. Those are things that you can see further into, as well as with regard to verifying income. You can use paycheck stubs. You can use a 1040 federal or state return from a previous year. Wages, tax statements. You can also utilize monthly benefit statements or a W-2 form. Documents you can submit. Again, we have those highlighted through our FAQs, and there's actually an article here that's highlighted that you can access on pennie.com. But remember, and this is an important thing, both for customers and for brokers, if you or your customer encounters any difficulty in making sure that their documents get transferred through appropriately, the customers can always reach out to 844-844-8040, or as a broker, you can reach out to our broker assistance line at 844-844-4440. Now, in terms of the broker view, again, if a customer were to come to your office, or if they were to email you, or if they were to, call you, again, under your agency management portal as an agency manager, as in this case, or under your broker portal, you would be able to go into your delegations or your individuals. The folks that you want to look at always as part of your book of business are those that are under active customers or active individuals. It'll bring up a list of those individuals. You can also search by name through the Pennie application. You can search by name. Once you click on that name, whoever that individual on your book of business is, as is demonstrated here, you can go through the individual view, and that individual view will give you direct access to, and you'll see that here. You'll see where you can click back to your account, but you'll also see where you are now in viewing the individual customer's account, and it makes sure that that's highlighted right up here at the top. Also, as many of you well know, if you have a customer who has elected you as their broker of choice, when they log into their customer account, if they have a login to their account, they'll be able to see you here off to the right-hand side along with your contact information. Additionally, when it comes to when it comes to you accessing the account, you'll also be able to verify that you're up there, as you should be. Whoops, there we go. We're going to go back. There we go. But again, when you go in to view a customer's account, you'll see that you may see that their eligibility is conditional. If there are any type of data matching issues that they need to resolve, you'll be able to see that here on the dashboard. And in this case, again, we're looking at, we're looking at the fact that their eligibility is conditional. We can click through to see more details here and address the documents that we would need. And in this case, again, it's an income verification that we could patch through, and we could provide that customer with help in getting the income document to Pennie. Again, they would receive a notification from Pennie with regard to the document that's been uploaded to help resolve that data matching inconsistency. A big question, and this is something that comes out quite frequently, is what's the ETA for customer document verification? Well, it's anywhere from 3 to 7 business days. Okay. The important thing to note is, again, you as their broker of choice have the ability to not only help them with the resolution process, but also set a reasonable expectation with them about the time frame for when these data matching inconsistencies are going to be resolved on the Pennie platform. So that being said, what I would like to do is, again, just to sort of show you an example of what this looks like for brokers when they go in. I'm going to go ahead and log in as Brenda Smith. Brenda Smith is one of our favorite brokers here. Oops, hold on a second. There we go. There we go. All right, sweet. And we are going to send the code. Bear with me 1 second. We are going to access our account securely. 1 6 8 1. There we go. Got the verified code. There we go. All right. No. Oops. All right. We're gonna try this again. I apologize, folks. Sometimes when you want to do something live, you run into issues with that. Well, the long story short, what I wanted to try and do is demonstrate to you again some of the steps that we went through. And that's part of the reason why they were included in this PowerPoint. In terms of being able to help a customer resolve their data matching issues, the most important thing to keep in mind is that we're going to be doing so from that broker dashboard going into the customer's account in the individual view. And it'll let us walk through and help get them to a better place. With that being said, again, the reminder is 3 to 7 business days from submission to help resolve the DMI. And I just wanted to open up real quick to see if there were any questions that anybody had in relation to data matching issues or the dashboard and the approach that we would use for resolving those issues for our Pennie customers. Oh, and Vivian, thank you. Sometimes we do get locked out. I see here that Nancy, and we're actually going to go back up to the top here and see Okay, if we have some questions, there's one here by Carol Hall. It says if an application is anticipating or an applicant is anticipating getting married in 2021, once married, she'll be eligible to enroll in her spouse's employer plan. Until then, she needs to purchase private coverage. Should the applicant only include her individual income, or should it include her future spouse's income, as they will be filing joint taxes? That's an incredibly good question, Carol.
Scott,
And
I was
yeah, go
able
ahead.
I just got a response from our policy team and put it in the chat. The answer to that question is that if they're currently living together, and they intend to file their taxes for 2021 together, just because it's the projected income of 2021, that she should include the income of her future spouse.
Okay. All right. That's very good to know, Katie. And I see that Heather McClellan had a question. Does Penny pay any commissions to brokers? Um, Penny brokers, to my knowledge, Heather, penny brokers do make commissions, but commissions are generally up to carriers. So,
Yeah, I
um,
that as well, Scott.
yep.
The carriers that do pay commissions, they will be the ones who write the check, if you would.
Okay.
They're
All
the ones
right.
who send out that commission payment.
Okay. And is okay. And there we go. Live together. How do we see the slides? KM, we're actually going to, as part of this, we are recording this session as the initial lunch and learn. We'll be able to send this out to everybody. And we're also going to produce this and put it on YouTube for everyone as a resource. So please understand these broker lunch and learns, the topics as we move through the coming months. Again, our goal with these sister lunch and learns is to make sure that we have a resource for brokers throughout Pennsylvania. We are going to plan on having these, again, just as a reminder, we're going to have these broker lunch and learns every third Thursday of the month, and the topics are going to change. The topics will be different, but our goal is to, try and put together topics that will be of help to, that'll be of help to folks. And Vivian, back to your question, you get locked out all the time. Why? Well, long story short, there was a change in the training environment. So that's why I got locked out. But typically, if you run into issues getting locked out, don't hesitate to dial out to 844-844-4440. And the folks at our customer service center can help get you back to where you need to be. And Michael Whiteman said, this is good information and I appreciate the lunch and learn format. Well, Michael, that brings up a good point. And this is something that I want to stress to everybody before we end the session today. Please understand that this is your lunch and learn for our broker community. What we like to do is we'd like to make certain that if you have a topic that you want us to cover, email brokers@pennie.com. Let us know. Let us know what your suggestion or recommendation is. We will do our very best to make sure that those topics are included in our Lunch and Learn series. In some cases, we may cover one topic. In other cases, we may cover a couple topics in a session. The important thing to note is that we'll try to, put as much information as we can into the 30 minutes that we have with you. And we do appreciate your time more than you know. That's the whole purpose behind this. The whole purpose behind this is to make sure that we, can provide not only our current brokers with good, solid information and refreshers from a technical or policy perspective, but we're also in a position where, we want to be able to provide our broker community, especially the new brokers, with a technical guide of sorts in video format that can help them get started quick, that can help them get off on the right foot, and that can help them get writing business as soon as possible. So that at the end of the day, we can make sure that everybody's where they need to be. So Let me see here.
Hey,
Katie,
Scott.
yeah, go ahead, Katie.
Yep, I just wanted to on this platform just remind everybody. So on our broker work group last week, we did announce that we will be expecting to release our broker certification training mid-August. So and it will be free of charge to the brokers this year, which I'm extremely excited to announce here as well. If you have not already heard that. Additionally, there will be a new broker certification training for brokers who are brand new to Pennie and a recertification or a renewal training for brokers returning who were previously certified with Pennie. So I'm hoping that we are able to provide some great content. Scott and I have done recordings just like this for the systems training. So I'm hoping to provide just a little bit of a more robust training for our brokers this year. So feel free for any questions that I was not able to resolve in the chat. Please feel free to email brokers@pennie.com along with any other suggestions for our lunch and learn. And again, I want to thank every single one of you for coming today. And I hope you were able to get some good information out of this.
Yep. And again, folks, please keep in mind, this is our first broker lunch and learn. Over time, this will evolve. You will see different faces other than mine and Katie's. To be quite honest, again, please send over your topics that you'd like us to present on. This will be for everyone in our community. So thank you again for all the work you do. We're going to give you back a couple minutes of your day. But we hope to see you again very, very soon. And, please keep protecting folks.